fellow carbon-based bipeds. I am Scott Rose, and you are watching Explosions and Stuff. Today, for Top 10 on the 10th, I'll be covering my top 10 revenge movies. But first, a word from our sponsors. The rules of this top 10 list? Well, they're pretty simple. Rule number one, I have to have seen the movie. Obviously, if I haven't seen the movie, I can't put it on my top 10 list. Rule number two, the revenge plot has to be front and foremost in the movie. For example, the movie Tombstone. It's a fantastic movie. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. However, the revenge plot doesn't start taking place until halfway to two-thirds of the way into the movie. That's not early enough. That's too late for me to consider that to be a revenge movie. So Tombstone will not be on this list, even though it's one of my favorite movies of all time. And rule number three, these movies are based mostly on entertainment value. Just because a movie has great acting or great special effects or great action scenes, a movie with worse acting and all that might be more entertaining. So this isn't necessarily the best made movies. It's the ones that I find to be the most entertaining. Coming in at number 10, we have Dead in Tombstone. This movie stars Danny Trejo, and he dies, and he goes to hell, and he makes a deal with the devil to find his 6 former buddies who betrayed him and killed him and caused him to go to hell, and trade those 6 souls for his own with the devil. It's fantastic. It's so much fun to watch. It's original-ish. I mean, a lot of people compare it to The Crow, and that is a just and sound comparison. But really, all it has in common is the guy coming back from the dead and getting revenge on the people who killed him. That's it. Aside from that, not much at all in common with The Crow. It's fantastic. He's got this limited amount of time to kill these people and send their souls back to the devil. And Mickey Rourke plays the devil, and he does a fantastic job of it. This movie is a fun movie. I recommend everybody watch it. If you like westerns, if you like revenge movies, check out Dead in Tombstone, and that's why it comes in at number 10. Coming in at number 9, we have The Punisher. Now, this is the one from 2004, starring Thomas Jane and John Travolta. And now, this movie is decent in spite of John Travolta. He's not a very good actor, especially not in this movie. But this movie is still a great revenge story. You have Frank Castle, whose family was slaughtered in front of him, and he was left for dead, and he's brought back to health, and, well, not really life, he's healed up, and he's got his health restored, and he goes back to the city, and he hunts these people down to get revenge for his family's murder. It's fantastic. It's so much fun to watch. He's just so driven and single-minded. The action scenes are fun to watch. They're exciting. This really is a fun, exciting action movie. The acting is a little bit it's not so great, so that's why it's so low on the list, but this is still a fun movie to watch, and that's why The Punisher comes in at number 9. Coming in at number 8, we have Double Impact, starring Jean-Claude Van Damme and Jean-Claude Van Damme. If you can't tell, in this movie, he plays a set of twins who were separated at birth, whose parents were killed and slaughtered by this Hong Kong crime boss. So they retreat. One of the twins gets raised in a French orphanage in Hong Kong. The other one is raised in Paris, France, and later moves to Los Angeles. And then they go to Hong Kong and they meet and they find out about their parents being killed and how their dad built this tunnel connecting Hong Kong to mainland China or something. And they fight back for the money and the revenue that should have been theirs from their dad, and they fight back for revenge for the murder of their dad. It's so exciting, so much fun to watch. A lot of people consider it to be one of Jean-Claude Van Damme's best movies, and it's the one they watch the most and hear about the most. It is a fun movie. It's not as good as Bloodsport, but it's still a good movie, and that's why this movie comes in, why Double Impact comes in at number 8. Coming in at number 7, we have Best of the Best 2. This is a movie about two members of the U.S. national karate team who find out one of their friends has been killed in a combat sport arena. Kind of like where people fight to the death, human cockfighting. They find out he's been killed and they search into answers. They look into it. The police aren't going to do anything because it's being run by some big Las Vegas casino tycoon guy. So they look into it on their own and end up opening this massive can of worms that falls back on them and both of their families. It is so much fun to watch. It's so exciting. The fight scenes are spectacular. The acting, not so much. It's kind of stiff and not very great, but it's still a fun movie to watch. The fight scenes are what you watch this movie for. The fight scenes and the compelling story and the people look the parts. This is a fantastic movie that you need to watch, and that's why Best of the Best 2 comes in at number 7. Coming in at number 6, we have The Substitute, starring Tom Berenger. This is a movie about a mercenary whose girlfriend is a teacher, and she gets beaten up and really bad. She gets hospitalized, limbs broken, and all that stuff. And one of her students did it, or a gang that one of the students is in perpetrated the crime. He goes undercover as a substitute teacher, taking over her classes to find out what happened, who's responsible for her attack, and to get revenge on that student and that gang for perpetrating said attack on his girlfriend. It's exciting, it's fun to watch, it's different in that all the action takes place in a high school setting. It's so much fun, it's original, and Tom Berenger blows it out of the water with his acting. It's got Ernie Hudson playing the principal of the school. He does a fantastic job being this authoritarian figure at this inner city high school. It is glorious, it is fantastic, and that is why The Substitute comes in at number 6. Coming in at number 5, we have Four Brothers, which is about, as you probably guessed, four brothers. They're taken in and adopted by this foster mother and just raised to be better people than they would have been normally. Living in inner city Detroit, and they have, eventually when they're all grown up and adults, the mother is killed at the very beginning of the movie. She dies. And then it's about the four brothers trying to find out who killed their mother and why they killed their mother and get revenge for the death of their mother. They figure they can't go to the police because, well, it's inner city Detroit and they aren't exactly the most popular names in the city. These people are known for raising hell when they were kids and causing a lot of troubles. And the action in this movie is fantastic. Gunfights, gunfire, fist fights, just car chases, just fantastic action in this movie. Just you can feel the anger and the frustration and the lengths to which these people will go to get revenge for the murder of the one person in their life that ever gave a damn about them. And it's just fantastic. It's glorious. They do a fantastic job. It's like a modern day Western. It really is a fantastic movie. It's a beautiful movie. Great revenge flick. And I highly recommend you check out Four Brothers. And that is why this movie comes in at number 5. Coming in at number 4, we have Kickboxer, starring Jean-Claude Van Damme. In this movie, the character of Eric Sloan travels to Thailand to face off against the Thai national kickboxing champion and ends up getting paralyzed from the combat in the ring. And his brother, Kurt Sloan, played by Jean-Claude Van Damme, is out for revenge to get payback for what Tong Po, the Thai champion, did to his brother and how he will never walk again. He gets training from the legendary Zien and is just brought forth to train and fight and destroys all competition his way. It is a fantastic movie. It's a great martial arts movie. This movie is so much fun to watch. If you like martial arts at all, you will enjoy this movie. If you like action movies at all, you will enjoy this movie. If you like revenge movies at all, you will enjoy this movie. Kickboxer is a fantastic movie. I really don't think I need to explain it that much because chances are, if you're watching this channel at all, you have seen Kickboxer. It's pretty much guaranteed. Not positive, but pretty sure you have. And that is why Kickboxer comes in at number 4. Coming in at number 3, we have The Perfect Weapon, starring Jeff Speakman. This is the movie that introduced me to Jeff Speakman and his whole body of work, and it is just fantastic and amazing and lovely. I love this movie. It's got fantastic action, and here he comes back to his hometown that he left when he was 18. He comes back to get revenge on the death of a family friend, and he's just out for revenge, taking out this Chinatown gang, just going hell, just balls to the wall, fighting these bad guys and all this stuff, just getting revenge for the murder of this family friend. It is fantastic. It is glorious. If you haven't seen The Perfect Weapon, you need to. The fight scenes are amazing. The acting is good. The soundtrack is superb. This is a fun and great movie to watch. Has a fantastic revenge plot, and it doesn't waste time getting to the story. It doesn't waste your time with backstory. There is backstory there, but it's done it's done within the first 5 minutes of the movie. It's done in a flashback scene, so you know what's going on, and you still have most of the movie to watch. The Perfect Weapon is a fantastic revenge movie. It is glorious, and that is why it comes in at number 3. Coming in at number 2, we have Falcon Rising, starring Michael Jai White. In this movie, Michael Jai White travels to Rio de Janeiro because his younger sister has been beaten and hospitalized. And Michael Jai White plays this character who just wants to die. He's looking for an excuse to die. He just prays for death, that someone will put him out of his misery. And he goes to Rio, and he starts beating the crap out of the local crime area. I think it's the Yakuza who have moved into Rio and are bringing in drugs and prostitution and stuff. And he just goes in and starts tearing stuff apart with no regard for his own safety. Just punching and kicking and shooting, and well, not really shooting, but punching and kicking his way to get the information he needs, and getting information by sheer force. This is a fantastic movie. I wish I could review it for this channel, but unfortunately, Falcon Rising went to theaters, so I can't cover it. It doesn't meet the requirements of this channel, so I can't review it, unfortunately. But you have to watch this movie. It is a fantastic movie. It's a glorious movie. It needs to be seen. It needs to get the recognition it deserves. Falcon Rising is a fantastic movie, and that's why Falcon Rising comes in at number 2. And my number 1 revenge movie of all time, The Crow. Now, I don't really think I need to explain to you the plot of The Crow. If you've seen this channel, or if you're watching this channel at all, you have seen The Crow. It's pretty much guaranteed, so I'm not going to explain the plot of The Crow. But it is fantastic. It's not just a revenge movie. It's not just an action movie. It's a drama. It's a love story. This movie has everything in it. It is a fantastic movie. It is a glorious movie. Everything about this movie, except for the fact that Brandon Lee died while making it, is fantastic. It's amazing. I love this movie. It is glorious. I mean, you have to watch The Crow. You have to. If you haven't seen it already, there's something wrong with you in the head. You have to watch The Crow, and that's why it comes in at number 1. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like it and subscribe to my channel for new action movie reviews posted every week and top 10 lists posted on the 10th of every month. If you have any recommendations for things you would like me to cover in the future, please leave them in the comments below and follow us on Twitter at explosions_TV. Thank you and have a nice day.